A couple years ago, I heard a story I heard Lulu on the radio, which is not the place that you expect you're going to find a movie, telling the most extraordinary story about family, about identity, about culture that was funny and moving and important. And the fact that we got to turn this into a movie is just extraordinary. And it's all due to Lulu and her incredible vision. And we're so gratified that it was recognized by audiences and recognized today. It's completely overwhelming.
Yeah, well, the film is very, very, very specific to my family's life, my experiences as an Asian American within the family as well as in America, and yeah, for sure. When I was first started pitching the film, people were like, "I know that happens in real life, but that's not interesting to the to audiences, and that's not marketable." Or I know that's real to you, but is that how it's going to come across? And so, yes, there was a lot of resistance and a lot of conversations about how to communicate what I was trying to communicate across. To the shooting draft, I don't think we can even count how many drafts. I mean, because I would turn in a draft, but before I would turn in that, let's say, third draft, I had written, four within that, like a 2A, a 2B, a 2C, and so in the end, it was hard to count. I mean, I just endless. Like, I would not be surprised if I really went into my files that there was like 60 different versions. Yeah, I mean, I had to constantly have this battle in my head of, on one hand, why do I deserve any money from people who don't necessarily know me, right? There's a sense that, like, why should anybody just give me money? Why should I be entitled to that? But as an artist, as a filmmaker, you also need that money to go make a film. And so I was constantly in battle in my head. And I guess I want to encourage women to be entitled because men have been entitled for a long time, and we need your stories. And so I think that women just need to feel entitled that that people also make money off of our stories, and also audiences want to see our stories. And so I want women to be more entitled to getting the job and especially getting the money. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for saying that. The cinematographer is Ana Franquesa Solano. She is incredible. We had a really close collaboration, and we said, look, this is an independent film. We've got 24 days, which is not a lot of time at all, but we really wanted to make a cinematic film. We didn't want to just cut to close-ups and just kind of cover it the way that you might in traditional television, sitcom or something, because it is a comedy, and it was really important for us to show all of the depth of the performative aspect of the family. And so we really went with these wide shots, and we really told the story through blocking. And that's actually where a lot of the humor comes in, is through the blocking. Because, some of that humor wasn't necessarily on the page, but I knew that in the way that we shot it, it was going to be funny because you would see something in the background, something in the foreground. And so thank you for saying that. And yes, we always had that last shot. That was one of the first things in my mind. Was I always said, even it's written in the script that it's the longest shot of the entire movie is when the car is pulling away. Well, when I started working on the film, I didn't necessarily know that this was such a common practice. I knew a little bit from having done the radio show. People would send me some emails. But then when the film came out, everybody came up to me saying, we did this to my grandparent or my parent in every single country all over the world, definitely in Asia, but also in like South America, in the Middle East. And so somebody from Egypt, someone in London said, I'm British and we did this to my parent. And so that was definitely enlightening. Thank you.